Hey, how y'all doing? There's NoPainNell and I got something to tell. So today I'm going to cover two categories, alright? We're going to cover myths and we're going to cover tips into like losing body fat, losing belly fat the quickest way. Alright, y'all better listen close because I'm about to give you the whole scoop. We're going to keep it kind of short. I'm going to run through it quickly, and if you have questions, just direct message me and I'll cover them. Myths, let's run through that first, alright? We'll do tips later. Save that a little later, alright? Alright, so myths. Let's start with waist trainers. Waist trainers, I'm not against waist trainers, but waist trainers will not get you to burn belly fat. Primarily, they will not. They will get you to sweat a little bit. But in my tip later, I will cover why. But think of women, your socks, your bra, your shirts. When you sweat, you don't lose fat in those one particular areas. So how could a waist trainer get you to lose fat in that one particular area? Just think of it that way. You can't lose fat in one particular area. It's impossible. So all you're doing is sucking your liver, your colon, and whatever junk that's in there, you just sucking it in. That's all you're doing. Okay? If you sweat a little bit, okay, look fancy that you're nasty, sweaty, little waist trainer. It's not doing nothing for you, baby girl or baby boy. Alright? Fasting. Oh, but let me go back to that one because waist trainers, you can still use it if you want to sweat a little bit more, put a little sweater over it, but it's not doing anything extra for you. Just letting you know that now. Fasting, let's go to that. A lot of people fast. There's nothing wrong with that. You really do have to detox, get things out of your body. But fasting just all the time, your body's not getting enough nutrients, and you're going to end up blowing up when you eat a regular meal again. So you basically just work yourself backwards times 5. So you just got to watch how you fast. Learn how to fast before you even start doing it. Do your research on it. Fasting is not a way to lose fat. It's a way to detox your body primarily, or get up out of a plateau if you've been losing weight for a while and your body just got acclimated to it. Keto. Your body cannot rely on fats as an energy source primarily forever, because your body was meant to use carbs as an energy source. Fats is secondary. Fats is for deposits. It's not for your primary energy source. You cannot have it that way. And you can't switch the human body. You can't. So, American weight loss diet is what I'm going to cover inside my tips. That way you know the difference. But keto is definitely not the way to go. They also say you do no carbs. No carbs is definitely not the way to go, because now your body is relying on just your protein sources and your fats as an energy source. That is not okay. Then you'll start losing muscle. Come on. Keto is a phase type of thing. You can phase in and out of it, but it's not something that you can sustain. So don't think that it's bad for you. It's just you got to use it strategically. Liquid diet. Liquid diet. We're going to skip past that one. I'm going to drink water to lose it. Water with no solids. Y'all killing me. I'm not even going to talk about that one. Weight loss pills only. Notice I say only. Weight loss pills aid in weight loss. It helps when it has a good nutrition regimen, but it's not good only by itself. Weight loss pills, most of them is just going to increase your metabolism. You have to have a good nutrition plan with that weight loss pill in order for it to work properly. So don't rely on it like these pills don't work, let me return them. No, you need to make sure you have a good eating regimen, and I will cover that in the tips. Long bouts of moderate cardio, cannot stress it enough. You on the treadmill for 3 hours opposed to someone on the treadmill for 30 minutes. You're not going to lose any more fat than them. You might end up losing less than them. The reason being is because those long bouts of cardio is for people that run marathons, 5Ks, 10Ks. Do you run 10Ks? Do you run 5Ks? Do you want to be a long distance cross country runner? If you just answered no to that, you don't need to be on the treadmill that long. You're basically just wasting your life. All you need to do is whatever I'm about to say inside my tips. I keep on wanting to give it away because it's just people get this stuff mixed up all the time. No carbs, I already covered that one. Just make sure you're getting some type of carbs. In my tips, I will teach you what type of carbs is best. So let's get into the tips. I'm excited about this part because I hate myths. Tips. Let's go. Full body sweatsuit instead of that waist trainer. If you want to sweat, don't try to sweat in one area. Sweat everywhere so you can burn fat everywhere, because fat has to get burned everywhere. It makes a lot of sense. Women, I always use women because you always want to keep the glutes and lose the boots. But in order to lose your stomach, you got to lose whatever wasn't there. So if you genetically have a big butt, You genetically have big boobs, you're not going to lose that. You're just going to lose whatever you gained over time. If you didn't have a big butt naturally and you just start eating a lot and you gain one, you will lose that once you lose fat. That's the way that the body works. You lose fat everywhere. You don't just lose fat in one area, okay? Eat every 3 hours. That's American weight loss diet. Just eat in portion in moderation. You don't have to starve yourself to death. You gotta eat in moderation, much like a diabetic, to keep those sugar levels even. When you wake up, your sugar levels are dipped because you were fasting overnight because you were asleep. You can't eat and you sleep. So they're dipped. When you wake up, you eat your breakfast. It breaks your fast. Breakfast. That's why you must eat it. You break your fast. Now you're burning fat. When you're in this midline, you're burning fat. Over 3 hours, that sugar level drops again, just like diabetics. And you may need to eat a small meal again to bring that sugar level back up. Not all diabetics are like that. I'm just using an example. Alright, so that's why you should eat every 3 hours. This midline is fat burning phase. Okay? HIIT, high intensity interval training, is the best way to go. Or sprints. Things like that, opposed to you running on someone's treadmill forever, for the half a day. You feel me? All you need to do is high intensity. So 30 minutes of you really just busting an all out sweat. Taking a break when you need it. That's what intervals are. Okay? Portion control. Easy. It goes hand in hand with American diet. Just control how much you're eating. A fist size is always optimal. Okay? Intermittent fasting. If you're doing a fast, intermittent fasting is probably the best way, because when you wake up, you're already in that decline, like I said, in your sugar levels. So if you go ahead and work out high intensity, your body's going to use visceral fat, like all that fat that's stored up. It's going to use that as an energy source opposed to your first meal. So that's like opposed to if you were to eat first and then work out. So just think of it like that. If you was to work out really early with no breakfast, then go ahead and start your day, your body's already in fat burning mode. So it's just a great trick. It's called intermittent fasting. Look it up. I just told you about it though, so you don't have to look it up. Look me up. NoPainNell. I play too much. Carbs post. So carbs post workout, you do need carbs. Like I said previously, you need carbs because carbs are going to spare protein for you. Okay? When I say spare protein, your body will start pulling away at whatever it needs to if you're not feeding it what it needs. It'll pull away at muscle tissue. It'll pull away at your life. It'll pull away at your hair that you... Never mind. You get what I mean. Make sure you're eating your carbs. Let's tell you about what type of carbs. Quality carbs. There's simple carbs and complex carbs. Simple carbs are like refined sugars, things like this. They say oats at the end, sucralose, all that stuff. You don't want to get that because it's going to spike your blood sugar. I just told you about a straight line. You need quality carbs. So complex carbs, your wheat breads, your brown rice, your sweet potatoes, they take time to break down. So it's not going to spike your blood sugar. As soon as they get in there, they're going to try to break down. So when you dip, it's going to bring you back up because it's still digesting. That's why you want to just have quality food. People sometimes transfer to whole foods because they take longer to break down, and your body burns calories when it's trying to break down food. When you got that processed stuff, it spikes the sugar too much inside the body, and when you get that spike, you're at fat gain. If you're too low, you're at fat gain. You got to keep it here. That's by eating every 3 hours, if that makes sense. Okay, so I just ran through both of those really quick, and if you really take those into consideration, you really will be on your way. Another little quick 2 little things. Apple cider vinegar, yes, it does work. Immune health, anti-inflammatory, control blood sugar. Just so many benefits of apple cider vinegar. Cholesterol, blood pressure, all of that. It does help. 2 tablespoons. Don't overdo it. You burn your throat, your larynx, your trachea, your esophagus, and all that stuff that's in there. And water. Make sure you're not drinking ice cold water. Ice cold water takes too long to break down in the body. People have this myth saying, oh, your body got to burn calories to warm up the water. How does that even sound? You drink warm water, room temperature water, or even hot liquids in the morning. That's going to get your metabolism going. It's going to hit the bloodstream a lot quicker. It's just going to hit your whole body system a lot quicker because it's already at the body's temperature. Our bodies, if we was to open up our body right now and touch a lung or a heart, it's hot. It's hot. So why am I putting cold in there? You're going against the grain. You're going against the grain. Alright? I'm NoPainNell. I'm out. I just told you everything you need to know.